Hey guys, what's going on? This is Lucas and welcome to my channel, and if you're a subscriber, welcome back. Welcome back again to a video every day until my birthday, and today I want to talk about The Boys, the series on Amazon, and more specifically, why it's ruining my life. Alright, time to get the spoiler alert out of the way. I will be spoiling probably really important things from seasons 1, 2, and 3, so if you haven't watched the show yet, all I can say is, what are you doing? If you have an Amazon Prime subscription, go watch the show. It's like literally one of the only things to watch on Amazon. Go do it. Do it now. And then come back here. Alright, but what I'm going to be talking about today is basically what I want to see from Season 4, because Carl Urban, in one of his recent interviews, accidentally spoiled that he was signed on for 2 more seasons, so we can expect to see probably at least 2 more seasons. And Valerie Curry, the person who played as Kara in Detroit Become Human, the video game, she has also announced that she is signed up to play a character called Firecracker in the 4th season. And I don't believe she was in the comics, so it'll be interesting to see what that character is like. I really hope she doesn't die. You know, I know everybody is fair game in The Boys except for the main big bad and for, to some extent, Butcher, but I really hope she doesn't die. Moving right along, though, this series is absolutely fantastic, and I can't believe that there is such a good superhero series that's sort of anti-superhero. Normally, I get superhero fatigue, unless it's like Spider-Man, and then I can watch it a million times, but I usually get superhero fatigue, but with this one, it's got a different spin on it, because it's about the politics, and it's about merchandising, and it's about social interactions as much as it is about the action and the superpowers. And so I find that very fascinating. Each episode is about an hour long, but the episodes seem to go by so quickly because they cover so much important ground, character building, cool battles, and they cover all of that in such a condensed way. And I really appreciate that. In Season 1, I had a hard time getting going with the series. I know it was suggested to me, but it took me about a year to come around to watching it in its entirety, and boy, did I miss out. I love all the characters, even all the villains and all of the good characters of the show. I love them all. I think they're absolutely fantastic. I think that The Deep has some of the funniest moments I've ever seen, and I think that there's a lot of heartfelt moments when it comes to Kimiko, the female superhero that they find in the 1st season. And so I really like this series. This series has got me by the neck, and it is strangling me like Homelander himself. I have been going back to my favorite episodes over and over again. I think one of my favorite episodes from Season 2 is the one where they're in the insane asylum, or not the insane asylum, or whatever the term is, the basically the front of where they're doing their testing to make Compound V viable for adult humans instead of just infants, because in the story, spoiler alert, the heroes aren't born that way, except for Ryan at the end of Season 1. Insofar as we can tell, almost every single superhero has been born from Compound V, which was invented by the company Vought, which governs and rules over the superheroes, but not really. They kind of let the superheroes have full reign, and they're kind of like the fallback in the PR department. At least at the beginning. Then Vought starts to get into positions of power and have its own leverage in terms of superpowers, which came to fruition in Season 3. The new villain in Season 4, I imagine, is going to be I don't know her first name, but Miss Newman, the vice president, the person who became vice president at the end of Season 3. I think she's going to be the main baddie from Season 4, and then I think Season 5 is probably going to be where they'll either end the series or at least kill a Homelander. So I'm looking forward to that. Specifically, though, what I'm looking forward to in Season 4, above all else, is the return of this lovely character right here. Yes, Cindy. Cindy is one of the badass superheroes that is being tortured and being studied by Vought and the superheroes in the insane asylum, and she breaks free. She's one of the only ones that is confirmed to have gotten out at the end of the episode. and she's seen hitchhiking, and she's got telekinetic powers. She's got powers that, in my opinion, seem to rival or beat Newman as far as, because Newman has this ability where she makes heads pop, and she's in a very important position now where she's in the vice president position, and she's involved with Vought and involved directly with superheroes, and she's got a really strong superpower to like make heads explode essentially. And so this character Cindy, the writer of the show, Eric Kripke, said that she would come back in a future season. Now, she was revealed in season 2, which had me hoping that I would see her in season 3 throughout the whole thing. So I was like anticipating it, but she didn't show up in season 3. Instead, someone else showed up in season 3 from the Insane Asylum, and that was this superhero called Love Sausage, and he appeared in the Herogasm episode. But basically, why am I talking about this? I want to see Cindy come back in season 4 because I feel like their powers would be a good complement to Newman's powers. Newman's able to make heads explode, whereas Cindy's able to do sort of like a Gaara thing from Naruto, where like she closes her hand and then whatever she's focusing on implodes. And it's very graphic, it's very powerful, and she's also bulletproof, so that's concerning. So the fact that you see her at the end of that episode just hitchhiking leaves you wondering, like, oh, what are they going to do with her next? What's she going to do? Where's she going to go? How's she going to tie in with the boys and their contacts like Queen Maeve, or how is she going to tie in with the superheroes in the next season? So I think she's going to show up again in season 4. I hope that she does. I think it'd be really cool. That's one of the main things I'm looking forward to. Another thing I'm looking forward to is finding more superheroes that are not caused by Compound V, because if Homelander is able to make a viable offspring from having sex with a human, regular human, then it would be conceivable that since Compound V has been around since World War II and Soldier Boy's days, that there would be a lot of natural superheroes that would be born after that, because the first Compound V trials actually might have happened around the World War II area. I might just be messing it up in my head, but basically there's been a bunch of Compound V around since that time, and so it makes sense to me that even the less powerful superheroes would have offspring that are genetically superheroes, that they don't need the Compound V. They have just the genetics to have a powerful superhuman power. And so I'd like to see more natural superheroes show up in season 4 to show people like, oh geez, what's been going on behind the scenes here? What the fuck's going on? Yeah, and I just think that would be an interesting twist. I know that there's going to be like 20 different twists in the next season, because this show is all about twists and turns and different ways in which they can surprise you. Like the FBI agent or the CIA agent from season 1. Like, you think that she's an important character. You think that she's got plot armor and that she's sticking around. Yet season 2 comes around and her fucking head explodes. And you're like, I thought this was an important character, and she's just dead. And so I'm trying not to get attached to any of the characters, but they definitely don't hold any punches when it comes to killing people off. So it'd be very interesting and stressful to see how they twist that in season 4. If Cindy does come back, she'll probably die. Like, I would hope that she would die at the hands of Vice President Newman. But I mean, ideally, I would hope she doesn't die at all. But so yeah, I'm interested in seeing some comebacks. I'm interested in seeing some natural superheroes show up, and I'm interested in seeing what Valerie Curry's character Firecracker is going to have to do with the story. Because I'm a big fan of her acting, and so I want to see more of her. She was actually the stippling project that I did on my channel a little ways back, so you can kind of like see that if you want. But yeah. That's what I'm hoping for season 4. Just some nice twists and turns, some returns of superheroes, returns of the test subjects from the lab, and yeah, more character development. It's always good to get attached to the villains and the heroes, and it's important to feel sympathy for all the characters, and like you can empathize with them and you can understand them at the very least. Even if they're absolutely deplorable, you can at least understand them or understand their motives. It's not just like, I'm evil. And so I just want to see more of that. And I'm sure that I will. I'm sure that we will see a bunch of character development and a bunch of growth throughout the entire next season. So I look forward to that. So I'll leave it with you guys. What are you guys looking forward to when it comes to season 4 of The Boys? And how are you liking the series so far? Alright, that's it for this video. And this is Lucas, and I'll catch you later.